Now, there's a couple things you need to know about me before we get started. As Tim said, I am from Dallas. The second thing you need to know about me is I am married. This is a picture of my bride, Amanda Roman Leak. We sit in grass fields all the time. That's our jam. No, we don't never do that. You might be looking at that, thinking to yourself, how in the world did he get her? Let me explain. When me and my wife were dating, I overheard her tell a friend she thought it would be cool to get engaged and married on the same day. I had no idea what that meant, so over the next 2 years, I began to plan our wedding behind her back. On June 7, 2013, I got down on one knee and I said, Amanda, baby girl, will you marry me? She said, yes. I said, just kidding. Will you marry me today? 2 years ago, I hear my girlfriend say to whoever was in the room that her dream was to get engaged and married on the same day. And my first thought was, what in the world? What does that even mean? How does that even work? So from the point that she said, hey, it's my dream to get engaged and married on the same day, I began doing recon work and began telling a few friends that this was on the horizon, that it was a possibility, and that I was gonna need some help to be able to pull this thing off. And Pinterest helped me out tremendously because they give girls a section called My Dream Wedding, in which Amanda had 224 photos. She planned the entire wedding without even knowing that she planned the entire wedding. Amanda Roman.
Is this your hair?
I love you so much. And it would honor me so much if you would marry me. And then the catering manager was waiting outside of the lounge, and I said, hey, this is Aussie. I've been meeting with him over the past few months, and he was like, hi, my name's Aussie, and I said, the real question isn't, will you marry me, but the real question is, will you marry me today? And for that to happen, we would need all of the people here to do that. And then I opened the lounge.
Yeah.
And
Today's the day we'll remember. Today's the day that starts forever. Now that I found you.
When I opened that door and I saw everyone that I loved standing there, it was so overwhelming. Like, I just felt so overwhelmed with love. That was a definite, that I think will always be engraved in my mind.
I realized that the only way that me and Kobe Bryant were gonna have an intriguing conversation was if I was in the NBA. Now, you may not be able to tell based off of the depth perception and the camera angles whether or not I am good at basketball or how tall I am. You might have just instantly started praying for me like, oh, you gonna be in the NBA? You look a little up there. No, first off, I was an All-American in college. I can hoop. Now, there's D1, D2, D3. I went to a school that was right below that D3. But nevertheless, what you need to know is that today, I'm 24-hour fitness amazing, okay? So, I started, I'm like, man, I'm going to get back in All-American shape, and I'm going to get in the league. That's what I'm going to do. So, y'all, I got back in the gym. I was killing it. Oh, yeah, nobody could guard me. I was going through the legs. I was doing 360. I was feeling good. Then one of my friends, he played for the Chicago Bulls, and they waived him, which means they cut him from the team. He comes back to Dallas. We're training together. And we start playing one-on-one. Played one-on-one 5 times. I'm 6'3", 195. He is 6'6", 245, okay? A little bit of a gap, just in case you didn't know that, okay? So we started playing one-on-one. He beat me 11-6 5 times in a row. And I just thought, man, if they cut this dude who is bigger, faster, and stronger than me, then I probably will fail. And I did the thing we all do. We calculate failure before we even do it. I, at the time, was a 28-year-old pastor in Dallas and was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And so with no agent. And so I did the thing we all do when you don't know what to do. I Googled it. And I found a website that has the public relations directors for every single NBA team. And I started emailing them one by one with this pitch. Hey, my name's Ryan. I'm not crazy, maybe a little. Here's what I got. I'm doing this project called Chasing Failure. Here's what I realized. Every single successful person you and I know, follow, look up to, has one thing in common: failure. So why is it that we're all afraid of it? So we got this long line of people that are trying to chase success. I decided I wanted to start a line for people that were going to start chasing failure, and I was going to be the first one in line. And here's the deal. And I started with the Boston Celtics, okay? They weren't a playoff team at the time, so I just said, hey, I'm going to start with Boston. I said, y'all got Celtics fans all across the city that are afraid to fail, and I don't think they should be. Can you imagine if we took their dreams off the shelf together? The reality is, if you let me try out for your basketball team, I'll probably fail. But there's only one way for us to really find out, and that's for you to let me try. Y'all, I was so scared at my laptop. I was like, oh. Hit send, close the laptop, and ran off, okay? I was like, I don't know, what are you doing, Ron? Why are you emailing the Boston Celtics? This is crazy. So I went to lunch, tried to get my mind off it, and the next thing you know, the Boston Celtics emailed me back. They said, hey, Ryan, it's a great story. It's just not for us. Rejection. There that is again, the word no. But then I thought, did the Boston Celtics just email you back? Like, what did you do today? Like, this is awesome. I'm like, you know what? One team down, 29 to go. I'm going to do a documentary on being told no by all 30 NBA teams. Y'all going to love it. I'm going to be at my laptop. They done told me no again. Oh, no, the Milwaukee Bucks. Oh, they done told me no again. Y'all going to feel so bad for me. And I'm like, on this last one, I'm going to go downtown Dallas and be like, tell me no to my face. This is going to be awesome. On my 5th email, it was to the Phoenix Suns. And they said, hey, Ryan, we love this idea. This is on a Friday, ladies and gentlemen. We love this idea. Why don't you come on Monday? I was like, you mean like this Monday? They said, yeah. Bring your camera crew. I said, yeah. We're going to be there, me and these people. It's going to start working for me in about 10 minutes. See you Monday. Click. So, man, we get to Phoenix. Now, they said, hey, you're going to work out with the coach. I love workouts. I love training like that. That's my jam. I'm like, oh, I got this in the bag. Great. I ain't got to actually play nobody. That's cool. I'm going to just work out with the coach, do the drills, knock down the shots. We good. I walk in, and the team is there. And I looked at the PR lady. I said, hey, what they doing here? They're like, they're at work. I go, right. I know. They work here. That's cool. So we're going to do my workout when they leave, right? That's what's going to happen. And then the coach looked at me. He said, suit up. I said, of course. That's why I came. Hello. And
I have no idea if I have what it takes to be in the NBA. And I don't care if I do. At some point, you've just got to wake up and stop being scared. At some point, you've got to wake up and start becoming the person you were meant to be. One of the greatest days in life is the day you stop caring about what people think about you. And that's the day the world gets to see what you're really made of. That's the day you realize the only thing anybody can say to you at the door of opportunity is no. So I reached out to the Phoenix Suns and told them I was chasing failure. I let them know that I was an All-American at a D3 college, but never pursued the pros. I'm 29, 6'3", 185 pounds, and looking for failure. They have no reason to give a random basketball fan a shot at making their roster. But at this point, I don't have anything to lose, and neither do they. What if I fail? Many have and moved on. But what if I don't? What if they find out I'm really good at the game of basketball? What if they find out I can be an incredible asset to their organization? What if? Well, the Phoenix Suns and Coach Jeff Hornacek thought about it for a couple of days, and they got back to me and said, come try out on Monday. My name is Ryan Leak, and I'm about to fail. Or maybe I won't. Going from the 24-hour fitness gym on Sunday to an NBA practice court on Monday is a bit of a jump. I had mixed emotions about the whole thing, and as I'm meeting Coach Jeff, I'm thinking on one hand, oh my gosh, you're one of the greatest shooters of all time. And on another hand, I need to act like this isn't a big deal because you also could be my coach for the next year. We talk for a little bit, and he sizes me up like all hoopers do. And then he says, suit up. And I'm walking with Coach Jeff, and he says, man, my guards are knocking down 17, 18 out of 20. Some of them 20 out of 20. And I began to realize that I was indeed getting what I came here for. Failure. As the tryout began to wind down, he's telling me what he thought of me that day, and then he says, 3-minute drill is just sprinting for 3 minutes. In to end. Baseline to baseline. It's just sprinting. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna run for 3 minutes. He said, let me explain something to you.
Top guys, good guys. Who's the kid? Archie can be close to third. Our big guys get about 23. Guard. 3 minutes. So the question is, you can't pace yourself. Correct. You put 3 minutes up on the clock, just so you can get an idea, so you can look up there if you want. To get 30, you need 6 seconds each time. Right?
Well, at the time, the team is practicing, they're doing drills, whatever. Well, they see me get on the baseline, and screeching stops. Like, you don't hear anything on the court. Dribbling stop. I mean, and everybody's just like, okay, this is the final thing. Like, we're gonna watch this guy, see if he can be us, see if he can do what we do. And I'm thinking, okay, 6 seconds. I'm like, okay, that's not that hard at the beginning, but okay, let's just see. Within the first minute and a half, I got 13. But this ain't bad, but it's not great. But it's like, okay, and man, at that 90-second mark, I just hit a wall. I just ran out of gas. I think at that point, I'm not sure that I could feel my legs in that moment. I mean, I was huffing and puffing, and all of a sudden, the weight of failure began to really set in. And I'm looking around at these NBA players that are looking at me like, you serious? You really thought that you could come in here and beat us? And it was the most embarrassing moment of my life. And all of a sudden, Coach Jeff, I see him on the baseline, he starts going. Come on, Ryan. You got this. Come on. Finish strong. We got a trash can here. You can throw up later. Let's go. Come on. All you got. Finish strong. All you got. Finish strong. and the whole team, they start putting their hands together. Come on, Ryan, you got it. Come on, finish strong, finish strong. And in the moment that was one of my most embarrassing moments turned into one of the greatest moments of my life, because I realized that for 3 minutes, Coach Jeff Hornacek was my coach. For 3 minutes, the Phoenix Suns were my team. And as I'm huffing and puffing, and I can't feel my legs, and I can't feel my back, and I don't know if I'm walking or running or jogging, I'm just barely moving. I keep moving past this Phoenix Suns logo. And I asked myself this question: how did you get here? Like, there's a lot of places I could be on this Monday afternoon, but I'm here. And I realized chasing failure took me further than chasing success ever did. And for 3 minutes, I was a Phoenix Sun. And I failed. And failing never felt any better.
You don't need the world's permission to be amazing. Today's a good day, because it could be the day that you wake up and stop being scared. Today's a phenomenal day, because it could be the day that you wake up and run out of excuses for chasing your dream. Have I set you up to fail? Well, I certainly hope so. And I thought to myself, Ryan, how in the world did you get here? And I realized chasing failure took me further than chasing success ever did. I said, it got me into a room that I would have never been in, just trying to succeed. And ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to know is something happened to me in Phoenix that I don't believe could have happened for me in Dallas. And the fear of failure was broken off of my life. I just stopped being scared. People come to me all the time now with crazy dreams. I'm like, yeah, go for it, man, do it. They're like, you think it's gonna happen? No, probably not, no. They're like, then why would you tell me to do it? And I always say, you should see yourself when you talk about your dreams. You should see yourself when you're not scared. You should see yourself when you don't have the fear of failure. You're a whole new person. I'd rather talk to that person than the person that is settled for mediocrity. Oh, listen, there's something that happens, like, God is trying to recruit you. He's trying to give you a dream this week, and I don't want you to miss it. You see, I believe that oftentimes whenever we hear that God has a plan for our life, isn't it interesting that a holy and divine God will send us a plan, who is omnipotent, who is omniscient. He's all-knowing, all-powerful, and he's sending you this plan. And here's what we do. We send back our human rebuttals and negotiations. We're going, hey God, I know you got a plan for my life, but you didn't see all of my shortcomings when you made that plan. You didn't see my weaknesses. You didn't see that my heart was going to be broken. You didn't see what was going to happen with my parents. You didn't see all of my failures. You didn't see everything that would be up against me. So let me send back to you my rebuttal. My concern for somebody in the room is that perhaps you have arrived at a place in your life where you're living out everybody else's plan for your life. And today I want you to surrender to God's plan for your life. I think that there are moments in our life where we sort of waver in between, well, man, what would make everybody else happy versus what would make me happy. But ultimately, we all have to come right to the middle and go, God, what is it that you've called me to do? What is your will for my life?